Jeremy Hambley's YouTube empire is in freefall. Over the last month, viewership on his main channel, The Quartering, plummeted by 50%. In response, he abruptly deleted his main Twitter account and nuked his community Discord server. The panic behind the scenes seems severe. Reports are circulating that Hambley is hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. To satisfy the algorithm and scrape together views, he's resorted to downloading viral TikToks and YouTube Shorts, reposting them directly to his channel without credit. What makes this meltdown so striking is the persona he spent a decade cultivating. For years, Hambley projected the image of a bulletproof commentator who thrived on controversy and laughed in the face of cancel culture. Hambley is now attempting to scrub his digital presence entirely, deleting his footprint faster than the internet can archive it. He is retreating from the platforms that built his empire, signaling that his public persona can no longer survive the scrutiny of his recent actions. His online career actually started in the Magic: The Gathering community, but that came to an abrupt end in 2017. Wizards of the Coast issued a permanent, lifetime ban against Hambley, citing a coordinated campaign of targeted harassment and bullying against a prominent female cosplayer. Exiled from his primary hobby, he pivoted to the lucrative world of right-wing pop culture commentary. He pumped out thousands of videos mocking progressive overreach in media, turning targets like actress Brie Larson into reliable daily revenue streams. He rebranded himself as the ultimate free speech absolutist. His content revolved around mocking easily offended snowflakes and defending the right to make highly offensive statements without facing corporate censorship. His entire fortune was built on a very specific rule. Taking offense is a character flaw, and deplatforming your critics is the ultimate failure. This was the ideological wall he built around his channel, a wall that was about to crumble under the weight of his own resentment. In early 2026, a troll commentary stream called The Kino Casino locked on to Hambley. Hosts Andy Worski and PPP started pulling bizarre clips from his own live streams, ruthlessly mocking his personal life, his hygiene, and his marriage. A veteran creator with his brand should have ignored them, or at least fired back with content of his own. Instead, Hambley completely snapped. In leaked direct messages to Kiwi Farms administrator Josh Moon, Hambley's panic was on full display. He warned that if the Kino Casino didn't stop discussing his family, he would pursue scorched earth measures to ruin them. This is the same creator who spent nearly a decade dishing out relentless abuse to women, journalists, and other YouTubers under the protective shield of free speech and internet banter. The self-proclaimed free speech warrior turned out to be incredibly fragile. The moment the internet's trolling arrived at his own front door, his absolute principles vanished. Hambley began bragging in private chats about his corporate connections. He claimed to have a dedicated, high-level YouTube representative and repeatedly threatened to flex that influence to permanently vary his critics. Shortly after making those threats, the Kino Casino's primary clips channel, operated by an editor whose livelihood depended on it, was abruptly terminated following a sudden wave of false copyright and harassment strikes. Among YouTube commentators, using platform enforcement to settle a personal grudge is viewed as a point of no return. Weaponizing the terms of service shifts the conflict from a war of words to an attempt to destroy an opponent's livelihood by proxy. Committing this act exposed Hambley to his own audience. It proved that he actually loves censorship, deplatforming, and cancel culture, provided he's the one holding the trigger. The attempt to quietly bury his critics only fueled their momentum. By pulling the trigger on platform bans, Hambley provided the internet with the very evidence needed to verify his own contradictions. The backlash was immediate and unified. Creators across the political spectrum, many of whom actively disliked the Kino Casino hosts, joined forces to condemn Hambley for hypocritically abusing the platform's strike system. Sensing weakness, former allies began stepping forward. Former co-hosts and friends like Sydney Watson and Lauren Southern dropped their own exposés, revealing a long history of toxic behind-the-scenes behavior, broken contracts, and inappropriate comments. This massive wave of criticism created an SEO graveyard. If you look at the search results for The Quartering today, his own uploads are completely buried under a tidal wave of videos from other creators mocking his collapse. To escape the crushing weight of his own search results, he's actively abandoning a brand name with millions of subscribers. He's now desperately trying to upload under his real name, Jeremy Hambley, just to find a corner of the algorithm that doesn't hate him. A man who spent nearly a decade profiting off the outrage of others ended up destroying his legacy over a few personal insults. He fought against cancel culture his entire career, only to prove that his principles were a grift, and ultimately cancel himself.